Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you've had a chance to check out my last video about Brittany. If you haven't, I highly recommend you check out the video and her blog. She's a great inspiration. She's an awesome girl inside and out. So I will list down below the link to the video and to her blog so you can get more on her story and her journey. This shirt is from Pink Lily Boutique for all my Pink Lily girls that are out there. This is where I will be hosting the contest for you guys. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, but you want to get in on the action, I will link the store's website, my discount code, and my Instagram for the store down below. So go ahead and check all those out so you can be up to date for when the contest comes. Today I'm going to be talking about Isaiah 61. Just like the past chapters that I've talked about, it's very uplifting, very loving. But what I really love about this one is how even though God is upon us every single day, 24/7, He still wants us to use each other to bring us closer to God's kingdom. This chapter has 11 verses, but I'll mainly be hitting on 2 just because I think they're very important to everybody's daily life and just for time. So the first one is He is always upon us. If you haven't read the book, Heaven is For Real, I highly suggest it. I'm reading it right now. And the pastor in the book spoke about how when his son got sick, he was sitting in a closet yelling at God, saying, God, where are you? Why aren't you answering my prayers? Why are you doing this to me? Should I even believe in you? And God healed his son. And what I really think everybody can benefit from that is sometimes all we have to do is talk to Him. We may be listening in the wrong way. That may mean we're yelling at Him, crying, laughing, or just talking with Him. He just wants us to talk to Him. And sometimes it may take a disaster for that to happen, but that's what He's there for. He wants us to lean on Him during our times of trouble. The second thing is He sent us to mend broken hearts. I've had my heart broken a couple of times, and I know everybody's heard the saying, everybody comes in your life for a reason. I've said it, you've probably said it, your mom's probably told you, but I really believe that God sends people to our life for a reason. In every chapter in our life, we have new people. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but new people will come and go in your life. And He may put you in somebody's life who needs their heart mended. I know last year at a community group, we were talking about how God uses us, and I spoke about how God uses me to help other people. Some people, they're used for missions, they're used for preaching, they're used for singing. I believe that I'm used for helping people. So I will know when somebody's going through a rough time, or I'll see on social media that somebody's down, so I'll talk to them. And after that, a guy came up to me after crying, and he just said, man, I wish I had your strength to help your friends like that. And I had never encountered anything like that before. I didn't think it was a strength. I thought that was just me doing what I was supposed to. But I didn't realize how some people wish that they had the gospel like that and that they could share it with other people. And I don't know as much as I want to. But just the fact that I could help people who really just need to hear God's word, that's how I can help mend some broken hearts. And you may be able to do that too. And there's certain different ways that you know how to use the gospel. The third thing is to proclaim the love that He sends to us, and He wants us to spread it. There's quite a few ways to spread the gospel. There's making videos like this, singing, preaching, community groups, small groups. One really cool thing that my sorority did at Texas State was they went around campus at night and wrote with chalk all over campus, and some girls actually got in trouble for vandalism. But hey, it wasn't vandalism. But even through all the flooding and rain that's happened the past couple weeks, some of that chalk is still there. And the fact that some people can see that while walking to class, and they may need to see that, that's so incredibly cool that those certain words stayed through campus flooding, through the thunderstorms, through the tornado, through all that. Some of those words stuck on campus, which is so cool. There's also quite a few social media links. I follow Godly Dating 101 and Daily Bible Verses on Instagram. And sometimes the things that they post, you don't even realize you act that way in your life, or that you feel that way until you read it and you're like, wow. And that's really cool because those are just a couple ways that you can start to realize how you can grow in your faith with God. My favorite thing on social media is Carson Case. I believe that's how you say his name. He's on Twitter. He does have a YouTube channel and an Instagram. I'll link all those links down below so you can check those out. He's the same age as me. He's in college. He goes to Arkansas. This guy has such a passion and a love for the Lord. He spreads God's love like there is no tomorrow. which is so awesome, and I think it's something that we should all strive to be like every single day. The next is to open the doors to people that are prisoners of themselves. We have all been prisoners for one thing or another in our own body, and it's really easy when you're a prisoner to let the devil start talking to you and to outcast God and to let the devil in, and that's really when we need God the most. If you know somebody who is struggling with certain issues in their life, even if it's just, body image, self-confidence, grades, money, a job, relationships, family issues, that can quickly consume their life, and they can quickly just be consumed in their own body, and they don't even realize it. So please go out and help them. Read them a Bible verse, show them a video, take them out to dinner. Any type of love that you can show to them can bring them out of being a prisoner in their own body. The first verse that I want to go over is Isaiah 61:3. It says, "To grant to those who mourn in Zion, to give them a beautiful headdress instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, the garment of praise instead of a faint spirit, that they may be called oaks of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, he may be glorified." And what I really like about that is God is always there to comfort all of those who mourn. Like I said before, in the book, Jesus is For Real said, God is literally waiting on his throne, waiting for us to turn to him and to talk to him. And sometimes he won't answer us and he won't talk to us because he wants us to use the resources that are around us, and he wants us to use each other. Because when you really start to help one another and you grow and you really start to dig deep in people's past, their lives, and everything about them, you grow a friendship, you grow closer, you can grow in faith. So many great things can happen when you actually use each other as resources and help one another. Grant those a headdress instead of ashes. That's really short and simple. It really explains itself. But let's wear a crown rather than ashes. That kind of goes along with a few other things that I'm going to say later on. But don't let your past mistakes really control your life. Wear a crown. Be happy of where you are. Be proud of who you are. And don't hang on to who you used to be, because who you used to be shaped you into who you are today. Sometimes it's very hard to remember that. Thinking of how I was 2 years ago, I'm like, that's not who I am today. But if I hadn't been like that, I wouldn't be where I am today, nor would I have the love for God or for people like I do today if I hadn't gone through that rough patch where I did. Gladness instead of mourning. That's really short and simple. Be glad of where you are and how far you come instead of mourning from what you've done, where you've been, and all of your past. Rise up from past mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You have to make mistakes to be where you are today. If I hadn't made the mistakes I did all through junior high and high school and even a freshman in college, I wouldn't be where I am today. I would not be as strong in my faith. I would not be as confident. I would just not be who I am today without those mistakes. Even though some mistakes may follow you for the rest of your life, those mistakes really do shape who you are. They shape your faith, and they shape what kind of person you can turn out to be in your life. Strangers will hear you. They'll wonder and listen about what you're saying. So be on your A game 100% of the time. It's very easy to conform to how other people speak and how their body language is. I noticed that after I made a video a couple weeks ago about being on your A game 100% of the time and not just being a Sunday morning Christian. And I've really noticed how much I do conform to how other people act. And with strangers, it can be so easy to put on a mask because you don't want them to think a certain thing about you, or you just kind of want to play it cool and be on the down low. But really, if you just show your true love and your true spirit around strangers, you could honestly change their life and change how they perceive their life and the love of Christ. Because if when you first meet them, your body language and your language is totally different from when you bring them to church, they will be so confused and they will not understand, and they will think that it's okay to be a Sunday morning Christian or to act one way in a certain setting and a different one in another setting. We always need to act as one and as one big loving body all the time. Joyness will replace your shame, and you will receive joy 100% of the time. And I think that's so awesome. If you just let God's love pour into you and you let him take away your burdens, your past, your stress, everything, you will be overflowed with joy, and you'll have that forever and ever. The second verse is Isaiah 61:10. I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall exalt in my God, for he has clothed me in the garments of salvation. He has covered me with a robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decks himself like a priest with a beautiful headdress, and as a bride adorns herself with jewels. And what I like about that is that the Lord is our roots, so let's nurture him the best that we can. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to hear, as always, and share your stories with #FaithIn5. I'm trying to get as many videos done as I can right before Thanksgiving because I'll be working about 40 hours in 3 days, so I'll be a little bit busy. I really hope that you can use some of the things that we talked about today in your daily life, spreading God's love, even if it's taking chalk to your college campus and writing, "Jesus loves you." Sometimes that can really make an impact in somebody's life. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Instead of sad, it seems good. Receive everlasting joyness. And you will,